Welcome to race 16 of the MIRD. Why is Jaffa Cake in the bath? She should watch the race. It's important. Right now we have Quadful in the lead yet again. He was, I think, leading the first race as well. We are now at Lowe's Motorspeedway in North Carolina. It's probably not how you pronounce that chain of departments. What's like home DIY shops? I don't know. But it's how I'm gonna pronounce it and deal with it. It's Jane Sennett's second, as we just saw. Raven Cromwell in third next to Joseph Peter Pinkelman, so the teammates come together forever. Jess Cranston in fifth next to Speedman Zoom. Of course, the inside is the higher place, despite the outside being a bit ahead here. But of course, the inside always the faster one. There was Winfish Rocket 7th and Flower Child in 8th. Jaffa Cake in 9th, being the best of the rest right now. Bauer and Nola and Mecha Spider. Fast Boy actually being beat by Mecha Spider. Vincent Mirdo. Then we have Super Bingle and Kamami Tezuka. Pretty good place for how he for his car. Cherry Meadow and Scott Matthews. Chiquito Milka being pretty low down. Alana Bodell, just the last name in the second to last row. The Avenger and Brian Henderson in very last. Let's see how this plays out. We're gonna be on board with Jane Sen for the start, because why not? Because I feel like it. So we'll see how this pans out for them. They're of course on the outside. They're gonna be a bit in front, but usually the inside being much more advantages. You guys are idiot. And I'm banned from being in there at the same time. I keep yelling about sharks and water safety. Oh, do you know that one porn intro where like with the bath? Oh, what do you call it? What do you call it? The guy that makes sure everyone is safe in a public pool. It's hilarious. You can find on YouTube. It's not NSFW. Like, she wears a bikini or something, but it's not bad. Anyway, it's really funny. Quadful definitely taking the lead, commanding lead here. Janes are not really able to get into the inside flout. Cromwell now in second. Jameson recovers and at least keeps third. Pinkelman in fourth. Schrock up to fifth. Cranston losing quite a bit of steam there into sixth. Seventh even. Max Zoom Zoom taking sixth here. And that's Flowerchild in eighth. Get some fancy cams here. Yeah. Raven the best, better than the rest. That's the reference. Oh yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jester. There's no shark in this bathtub, lady. Yeah, it's one of the porn intro Holy Trinity. There's a few really good ones. There's a few German ones as well that are really funny. Number 68, Chiquito Milka already a lap down. Why? I'm concerned. Is that damage? Doesn't seem like it. I guess early penalty. I don't know. Chiquito Milka just... I don't know, just not really feeling it. Just because I'm a flower child doesn't mean I'm a Venus flower child. Oh, commanding. What, do you like my use of words? My colorful vocabulary. It's what to point to me. Yeah, the other one. So what's the really good ones? Oh yeah, that's not chocolate. That's your dick. I guess that's a porn intro, right? Then there's no, don't do it. I shouldn't talk about porn intros on this, should I? I'm sorry. That's just a really fun one. There's Shark Bathtub, Valentine Chocolate, and No Virgin. Yeah, there's other ones as well. There's like the one gay porn in the forest. Just nonchalantly talking about sucking dicks. It's so funny. I forgot how it goes, but that's a really funny one as well. But yeah, there's a few German ones that are legendary. Vocabulary now, is that a sexy organ? That's a sex organ, yeah. Sexy organ. Yeah. Top 10 sexiest organs. I've seen the actual video on the chocolate one. Oh yeah, things like that can kill a bone easy. Oh, we have a yellow. We have something to change the topic finally. It's a yellow flag. Ooh. That was that eventful few minutes in the back. So I definitely saw Brian Henderson with issues there. No, Niola. Ooh, that was a big one. Oh dear. So definitely Nola seems to be involved here. So far so good. We'll go into this cam. Noah Niola on the outside. Fast Boy trying to overtake there. Hitting him, just straight up hitting them onto the back. So that was not even like... That wasn't even like... It wasn't even, oh, it was just an accident. It was just straight up they were gunning for their back. Of course, I think Fast Boy, they're both in the same strength of car. So not even the excuse that Nola is much slower. That's not an excuse here. So they're just gunning for them. There's the impact. That's the next impact. That's Cheryl Meadow getting shotting into not being able to get away there. Vincent Meadow and just the last name making the pass fine, but Cheryl Meadow not able to react and just really harsh in there. I think those are the only cars that are involved. I believe Brian Henderson getting a bit of a shunt there. Nola definitely, I think that car is completely, as the kids say, fucked. Need to see if Henderson seems to be mostly okay. Oh, he's hitting into Cheryl Meadow again. I think that's how that's his car out or as well. Cheryl Meadow not even moving. Brian Henderson at least able to get his car into the pit lane. He might be able to finish the race, but I believe that's a retirement as well, but at least on his own terms. No, he's not even going to the pit lane. He's keep staying out, so I guess he's unlapping himself, maybe going into the pit lane then. So we definitely have a yellow flag now. That was a pretty harsh crash on the back, which might be resulting into some interesting developments because we had quite the high finish there. We had quite a bit of a commanding lead there from Godfall, so this will pull them all together and also makes decisions of if somebody wants to take a pretty early pit. So of course it's usually advantageous to pit while under yellow, but it's only the 7th lap, so I doubt that anyone will go into the pits. So that's Henderson's out. Okay, he just decided to take another lap just to brag, I guess. I don't think anyone went into the pits. At least I hope so. I believe we should see the pit, the safety car turning into the pits fairly soon. Maybe one more lap under yellow. Oh no, someone was watching porn. Yo, for a hot second I was like, why is that blimp floating backward? I believe that's called the oi, fuck out of my way method. Yeah, not wrong. That was definitely a classical oi, fuck out of my way. The sexiest organ is the brain. I love how it just goes bonk and Cheryl fucking dies. Yup. Henderson seems to be mostly okay. 2 seconds later, never mind. Yup. I made it! Okay, into the pits. Skid marks. Good one. I believe that's Raven Cornwell actually taking lead. So some have definitely taken a early pit here. Godfall seems to be one of them because he was in the lead. Maybe that's gonna be advantageous for them, or maybe just the chaos fucked up the order. I'm not too sure. We'll need to see how this whole race develops. Cornwell is your new race leader in front of Windfish Rock, as it looks like in front of Flowerchild third, so that's interesting. Cranston in 4th, and that's Sen in 5th, Speedy Maximum in 6th, and Quadful right now 9th. 21. God, I should know. Fast Boy, yeah. Pinkelman 9th. So the leading pair, the top 8, still where they belong. Chiquito Milka is right now pretty far ahead, but he's a lap down, so that doesn't really matter. He is the only car that is a lap down that is not retired. And I guess we're taking another lap on the yellow, so that's a bit interesting. I believe this should be the last one. Pretty sure that this is gonna be the last one. BRB phone close on, how dare you. Okay, permanent yellow flag sounds good right about now. Just 60 laps on the yellow, hell yeah, entertainment. As you do. You know, the most entertaining things. Let's look at the fastest laps. Yeah, there is the pit car going back into the lane. So we'll look at Cornwell right now. Fastest lap actually by Cranston. Winfield Rock second fastest right now. And that's Pinkelman the third fastest. Cornwell only sixth fastest. So almost towards the bottom of the fast cars. Slowest fastest lap by Brian Henderson. And he's not going to prove that at all. So, yeah, cool. Yeah, Cornwell in the lead, so he seems to be keeping that pretty good launch, pretty able to just keeping that lead in first. Flowerchild attacking his teammate right now. Schrock needs every point he can get with Cornwell being in front of him, but that's probably those streams dead though, so Schrock basically out because Cornwell right now in the lead. So if this stays like this, they are probably eliminated. But of course that doesn't need to be. Schrock losing second definitely to his teammate Flowerchild. Cranston in fourth and Maximum in fifth. Quadful in sixth right now, taking fifth of Maximum. Zumzum also losing sixth maybe to Jane Sen. So this is an interesting scenario because Flowerchild right now in second. This could be it basically, because all his rivals for the lead quite far behind him. Of course, we still have quite a few pit stops. Welcome back, Jester. We still have quite a few pit stops to go, so of course nothing is lost yet. But this could mean quite the commanding lead for Flowerchild going to the final race. Godfall up to fourth, but they definitely need to gain some points on Flowerchild. So Flowerchild needs to, if we want an exciting race, we need Flowerchild to fuck up basically. Maybe they'll lose, of course, with all these fast action and quick pit stops and everything. Stuff can happen at any time. At some point we'll also have some lapping situations again. So yeah, you'll definitely think that team orders at Team Pepega played a role here, because Schrock letting Flowerchild basically pass without any issues, also letting Jane Sen pass. So that's interesting. Godfall now into third, like a rocket, just taking that spot back now into second, pretty easily overtaking Flowerchild on the inside there, no problem at all. Jane Sen also taking Flowerchild, losing. As I say it, we need Flowerchild to do a bit worse, and then he provides. He's a man of the people after all, apparently. Jane Sen in third. Truck also taking that spot back. I just talked about team orders. I talked too soon, I guess. But not quite able to secure the fourth place. So right now we have 3 out of the 4 people that are... No, we actually have all 4 cars that are in the top 4 right now. In the top... yeah. We have them actually in opposite order. So the 4th place in the overall standings, we have Convoy right now in the lead. In front of the 3rd place, Godfall. 2nd place, Jane Sen in 3rd. And Flowerchild in 4th. So we actually have it in that order. Winfrey Schrock, who's a 5th right now, I believe. Maximum 7th, Pinkerman 8th, and Cranston in 6th in the overall standings right now in 8th. So all of them basically out now if nothing happens in the pit stops, because they are not gonna be, because they're not catching anyone that's in front of them. Our team speaks German, but he's Japanese. I think I figured out why Kawai was such a bad teammate. Our team speaks German, but he's Japanese. That makes a lot of sense. You should just be very German people next time. I just love the thought of Team Aogiri heel, of them like just trying to talk to Kawhi McDessu. But he's just driving. He's not even listening because he can't understand German, and just so much German angry yelling in the background, and he's just like listening to some calming Japanese music, just doing his thing. Oh, I love that. That's my new headcanon. Quadfull actually took the lead. I didn't even realize. Like I said, Quadfull like a rocket. I don't know what went into him, but the desire to win, apparently. So he's in the lead now, in front of Craven Conwell. And Flowerchild still in fourth. Might be taking his teammate Jensen here. Yep. Who knows if this was team orders or not. I'm not going to accuse anyone, but this might be a bit of a strategic thing for Team Pepega. So Flowerchild does not lose that much on Quadfull, but Sen is not having it. Sen, of course, also still in the running, and he needs to stay in front of Flowerchild to have a chance for the last race. Kawaii, lass Pickelmann durch. Hi, Domo. What does that mean? I don't speak any words in Japanese. Flowerchild not able to reclaim that third place. We actually had a bit of an interesting battle there between them. Quadfull keeping first right now, half a second ahead, so that was amazing. I thought you able to see that in the fastest lap, but not actually. Fastest lap, and the only one below 29 seconds. Oh my god, below 20. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh no. Oh god. I think I might be losing my voice. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! I need that. I need the one. I need that one to operate. I don't know if iced tea is helping, but yeah. If you hear voice crack, then that's the cause. The only one with a lap below 29 seconds right now is actually Pinkelman, who is back. Who I believe is in sixth. Yes. Yeah, also Schrock losing a bit of position here, down to 7th, Cranston in 8th. So yeah, we're not even halfway down, but it seems to be sealed fate at this stage who the top 4 are. Actually, as I said, that both of the ones that have been counted out basically are now taking Flowerchild, so he's losing a position there. Flowerchild now down to 5th. That's gonna hurt them in their attempts to coming out here as a champion. The most dominant car for most of the season, now struggling really hard against two cars that basically been counted out. Pinkelman might be able to take them there as well. The 3 Dodges here fighting. I believe that's no wait. Cranston is a Dodge, so that's for Chevrolets, I believe. So let me. Was that a Pontiacs? Oh my god. Cornwell going to the pits. Seems to be the first one going to pits. Oh, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There we go. Floucher also going to pits, so those are the first ones. I can legit imagine team orders from Aoki here to just be taking Flowerchild out. Dude, if that was an actual thing and this team would recognize, this game would recognize teams, then Kawhi McDessu taking out Flowerchild by accident, in quotation marks, would definitely be a thing they consider. Or even, at this stage, even Pinkelman taking him out. Because everybody in the team knows that Cornwell is the only real chance for a winner. Yep, that would definitely be something. And also, just Kawhi McDessu just taking out cars would definitely be something, because, yeah, in that way, maybe Pinkelman even still has a bit of a chance. Cornwell manages to keep ahead of Flowerchild. Flowerchild really close to them, so that seemed either was really pretty bad pit stop by Waven Cornwell, or a really good pit stop by Flowerchild. Not sure what is the case. We have the next group of people. Crans. I believe we missed a few people going to the pits. Yeah, we're just looking from here. This is a great camera angle. I see Kate coming out. That's a lot of the back markers coming out of the pits right now. Vincent Murdo, Maca Spider, Super Bingle, still one of the prettiest cars, I'd say. The Avenger, pretty minimalistic but also pretty cool car. I like the last name car as well. Godfall there, fighting with Jane Sen, so we'll definitely want to keep the camera on that. Really tight here. Godfall in front of Jane Sen still, and in front of Max Zoom Zoom. There's Quanwell and Flowerchild taking those. So Flowerchild up to second now. That great pit stop was all they needed. Quadful seems to be in third now, and Jane Sen in fourth. Max Zoom Zoom fifth, as it looks like. Schrock in sixth. That's just Constant seventh. And I believe that should mean that, yeah, that's Pinkelman down there in eighth. That's really interesting. That turns a few heads, of course. Apparently still the number 53 in the lead, but that's one of the back markers too. I think that's Abara. They probably just haven't pitted yet, so that should change pretty soon too. So that keeps Cromwell in the lead. In front of Flowerchild, and Flowerchild quite a bit ahead of the number 91 of Quadfall, so that's huge for them. Because exactly, that's why for weeks I wish teams would actually mean anything. Yeah, but also that would be kind of a dick move, because if that was the case, then I probably wouldn't do it like this, because yeah, that would be really, that would just mean just chaos, and not fun chaos, just chaos. If this was an online league, maybe that would be a fun dynamic, I don't know, but if this was like a game where like crash racing was a thing, oh, I could run like online leagues and games possibly. I could do that. I absolutely could do that. Huh. Maybe. Yeah, Corwell definitely still in the lead, Flowerchild in second, and then there's a lot of nothing after that. These are two of backmarkers, Milka and Avenger. That's Max Zoom Zoom in third. Took Godfall even. So Godfall down fourth now, Jane Sen in fifth. Definitely, so still, I would say the top four not really in danger of falling out, but this definitely changes the title picture quite a bit. We went into the pits in like 25th lap, so I would say we'd probably have a second pit stop coming. So what do we look like? Jane Sen in 5th right now. That's Winfrey Shock in 6th. Sorry. Just Cranston 7th and Pinkerton in 8th. In 9th we have Fastboy and Cake in 10th. Vincent Meadow in 11th, which is interesting. And number 53, that's Abara. Number 2, Mecha Spider, Super Bingle, and the Avenger in 15th, which is a pretty good position for them. Just the last name in 13th, Scott Matthews. So I believe just the last name. Yeah, just name right now, second best in his group. Right now fending off Scott Matthews, letting Pinkelman by because he is of course much faster, but still defending against the Avenger. Scott Matthews right behind him. Chiquito, no, that's Charles Meadow, Chiquito Milka in 20th, and yeah, we had 3 retirements. Yeah, Henderson, Charles Meadow, and Nola. I almost was like, wait, did we know about this? But yeah, we did. Cake, that's Avengers, I think Vincent Meadow. Bingle, and that's Cornwell right now, still in the lead, but stuck behind the number 45 car. At Benglebin on Twitter, that's a pretty good call, because at Benglebin on Twitter is a very cool person, and they also made pretty much all of the skins except the one for Winfrey Schrock. So if you're watching this, you should definitely check out their work. They do amazing stuff. They did my sub-emote, or she, because I called her they once, and they thought, and she thought I called her he or him, and they got mad. She got mad. God damn it. She got mad, so I'm calling her she. Yeah, she made my emote, and most of the branding you see on, no, all of the branding you see on my Twitch, and all of the skins. So yeah, that's all due to her. She did a lot of work, and a lot of amazing work, and I'm giving her some plushes from Japan for that as a repayment. and I hope she appreciates that. And they still haven't arrived in Germany yet, which I'm kind of weird about, because it's been, I don't know, it's been like 1.5 months now. Godfall made his skin. Oh, Godfall made his himself. Oh, okay. Okay, so both. So Bingle made all of them except Quats and Max's. Hi, Bingle. Welcome to chat as well. You said him, not they. I didn't. I said they. It just sounded weird because I tend to mumble because that's how I roll. Still no one else except for Pinkelman in the below 29 seconds lap. Of course, still the slowest, fastest lap by. The only one that didn't manage to lap below 31 seconds is still Brian Henderson, and of course his car been retired. So he might lose his. Oh yeah, Brian Henderson and last name fighting for 17th right now, so last name definitely taking the lead on that. Oh, Just is making us in me and Bingle and Godfall in The Sims 4. Speaking of emotes, I really want to sort out a second emote, but I don't have much ideas, and also I don't have anyone that has time to make an emote at the moment. So yeah, if you have any ideas or anything you would like to see as an emote, probably as tier 2 for now, because I don't have a slot for a second tier 1 emote. If I do, I'm gonna move it down, because you shouldn't sub 42, that's crazy. But yeah, if you have any ideas which you would like to see, definitely something Seagull involved, of course, I appreciate it. That would be pretty cool. We all heard it, Meadow. I didn't. I'm tired from being Derbyshire for most of the week. Derbyshire? Derbyshire. Hi, Meadow. Hi, Dead Joker. How are you? It's been a while since I saw you in my chat, but welcome. You are now watching the MIRD, which is my simulation racing project, where everyone that wanted got a car. It got designed by a cool designer, which is also in the chat right now. And we just ran a whole season with it, and we are now in the second to last race, which determines who makes it to the finals. And right now this little car is in the lead of Raven Cornwell. Number 59 right now in the lead in front of Vince Fletcher, who I believe is gaining a bit on them. At least it looks like it. Right now they have a bit of open air between them. No more cars for quite a while to lap. So of course that helps the performance and the speed. Zoom still in third and Jane Sen in fifth. So we're definitely gonna have a bit of a no, fourth, I'm sorry. We're definitely gonna have quite the gap if this stays like this. Like I said, we'll maybe have a second pit stop here. But we'll probably have a bit of a gap on the championship race. So Flower Child might be in a quite commanding lead here, because both the contenders, Jane Sen in fourth and Godfall in sixth, right now losing ground onto Flower Child. One possibility that I always thought about is of course just resetting everyone and having the last race be the decider, so who does best of those four wins. Basically putting everyone on 0 and having just that race decide. That's also a possibility. But I don't know, I haven't really talked about to people about it. So yeah, this seems to be the second pit stop, as I said. So that's Flower Child and Scott Matthews going to the pits. I don't think that's Cranston and Vincent Murdo as well. I still love this. It's so good. Love it so much. I love it. I kind of want a different, like very different car design next time, because I always go for white and blue, but because that's my colors. But I kind of want something really different. Like I really like orange and like light blue. That's really cool. This is a really cool combination. I also like green and gold, but most don't. That's Flower Child all out first, of course. He was also the first in of the pack, so no one really to compete there. It's a meadow. I believe that's the next batch of cars coming in. Let me. Where are we? Just Cranston, Crownwell. It's a Flower Child. Okay. So now we're going to the pit cam. Yeah, there's a much more cars now coming in. Last name already driving out, I believe. Pinkelman also right now pitting. I think that's Flower Child on the outside, so they're definitely taking them. Cornwell in second, I believe. That I guess I missed Cornwell's pit stop. Jane Sen right now pitting. Pink. Quadful also pitting. Speedy McZoom and Windfish Rock as well. So they are the last of the pack that need to pit, apparently. Flower Child is gaining quite a bit, yeah. But that's fine. I don't need to win this to make top 4. Jane Sen, everybody seems to be leaving in front of Quadful here. So Quadful going down to 8th. I think it was in 6th. So now we're on board of Flower Child, who actually is in 2nd after behind Cornwell. But he definitely kept it. So Cornwell still in 1st. Flower Child in 2nd. I believe that's Speed McZoom now in 3rd. Jane Sen 4th. Cranston in 5th. Pinkelman 6th. Schrock at 7th. And Godful in 8th. Yeah, so, Jane Sen a bit fighting behind Kawai McDisu right now, making the pass. Cranston not as lucky. Oh no, they're just no problem on the inside. Just taking a bit of draft and then using the superior power to overtake. So yeah, nothing much changed after the second pit stop. Cornwell still in the lead in front of Flower Child. We'll definitely, what we're gonna have is a pretty interesting fight for second. Definitely, because Cornwell right now gaining a bit on Jane Sen and Godful, so we're definitely gonna have a really interesting fight for second if we keep the point system as it is. Of course, in the final, I don't know if NASCAR does it, but I believe they put the top 4 cars on the same points, and then who wins that race out of them wins the championship. That's definitely a possibility. So I might make a poll how you would like it. So if you have any opinions in the chat, please drop them here. Because that would be that's something different, like pretty different. But I think it's not to sabotage Flower Child, but it's definitely a pretty interesting concept as well. Just to have the last race matter the most. It's gonna be much longer than the other ones as well. I'm probably gonna run it for like 1.5 hours or 2 hours. I think I have my concept for season 2 thought up already. For your character? You can tell me in Discord if you want. I'd be interested in your concept. But yeah, we'll see how this would work out. I'll definitely talk to everyone that's in top 4, what they think would be the best course of action. And if I don't get an idea, if I don't get an answer that's really like unanimous, then I'm gonna make a poll for everyone. I mean, resetting the top 4 would make the final race more interesting, much more interesting. It could be really exciting. But not resetting would be more fair. Would it though? That's the question for me. But yeah, Cornwell still in the lead. Doesn't seem to be any doubt that he takes home the last race before the finals. Is of course a big boost in confidence and a bit of a polster for him to make it into the final 4. Spin McZoom in 3rd shouldn't be enough to make it, sadly for him. Pinkelman in 4th right now. 5th we have Cranston. Jane Sen losing a lot of ground, so both Sen and Godful are gonna lose quite a bit onto Avengers. So, might be 100 points the lead. Anyway. Yeah, fair in the sense that all the work from the first set matters. Yes, but I mean it still matters because you needed it to qualify, so it still matters. You know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna talk to everyone that makes top 4 and ask what they would be in favor of, and see what everyone says. Good thing is I can ask 2 of them in one chat, because fuck you. Fuck you, Toby, and fuck you, Elias, for dominating my fucking league with stupid stats. Cornwell in first still. Pretty comfy ahead in front of Floucher, but now gaining quite a bit. Is he gonna take this race? We have 5 laps to go, so he might still be able to catch the 59 car. But I'm not convinced that this is gonna happen, to be completely honest. Godful in 8th, quite bit down to the 7th place, so he's probably gonna end in 8th. This race in 8th. I was kind of I was hoping for them that they would absolutely give Floucher a bit of run of money because of their money, because they had a pretty good run for last few races. But right now the golden streak has been broken. It seems like Jensen now in 7th, so both the cars that have been kind of close to Floucher not doing so hot. So that's a big issue. What happened? Winfrey Schrock made it up to 5th just then, in front of J.S. Cranston, and the rest didn't change. Speaking zoom. Yeah, so yeah. J.S. Cranston fell down quite a lot, now down to 7th, it looks like. Yeah, down to 7th. They lost 2 spots here. To Jane Sand and to I'm so stupid. Winfrey Schrock. So those points that Jane Sand just now gained might be interesting for the final. Of course, every point can count, especially if something happens to Floucher in the last race. Who knows? Or with what kind of finish final we are going with. Still not decided. A very exciting battle here, though, with Floucher. We're going on board with the number 05 car. Just taking out the inside. Might be actually be able to take this win. Cornwall right now holding back, but not quite enough. Floucher a bit faster, but... fuck. Fuck. Where am I? Okay, good. Cornwall was a bit faster on the outside. Still holding back, not quite giving up the first position. We're now in the last lap, very last lap. So this is very exciting. Cornwall now again in the lead, faster on the outside, but not... Is he able to take the inside again? That would be really huge if he could just block Floucher. Not making a move. That was way too dangerous. Floucher right now taking advantage of that inside, and I think that's a win for Floucher with basically no lead. That was a photo finish I ever saw one. Let's go back with that. I believe that's a win for Floucher there in the very last corner, very last lap. Amazing fight. Oh, that was pretty cool, not gonna lie. So do we have like a side, front, rear, left side, right side? There we go. So yeah, now, so this is the... Just frame by frame. Look how close they are. And there they hit the finish line. That's like one tire length ahead for Floucher in front of Cornwall. Taking that win and cementing why they have been so dominant for the most of the season. Just wow, what a finish. So Floucher in first, taking that lead in the last lap. In the last 2 laps. Cornwall still in second. Definitely gonna get maybe even getting the same points due to laps led. Zoom finished in third. Probably not enough to make it into the final. Same for Pinkelman in 4th. Winfrey Schrock 5th. Jane Sen finishing in 6th. Jas Cranston in 7th. And Godful in 8th. That's why I only said more. Also, technically, you can ask all 4 of us in one chat, since I'm pretty sure we're all on the Fiverr Discord. Shut up. It's fine, because I 100% certainly get most laps led. Considering I was the lead for, like, yeah. Just proves what I told Meadow earlier. What did you prove? You say? Oh, they should have chosen Japan, so Eli dies. Okay. That was who didn't expect that much of an interesting race here. Pretty good race. Fastboy 9th. I forgot. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have the fancy graphics. Coolio and all of the gang. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I just saw your concept, Graven. That's pretty cool. Let's see what happened. No, that I constantly got better with people dropping. Yeah. Okay, that's the wrong one. So, single race, finish. Noah Niola, Sherman and Brian Henderson all pretty much getting retiring in the same accident. Brian Henderson was at least able to drive to the pit lane themselves, so they got a bit of an advantage there. Jaffa Cake 6 laps down in 20th, Chiquito Milka 4 laps down in 19th, just the last time in 18th. Scott Matthews, Alana Bodell, the Avenger in 14th, pretty good position for them. Mega Spider, Super Bingle, Vincent Meadow, Abara, and Fastboy in 9th. In 8th, we have Godfall, who had quite a lot of laps, led if 16, so he got a bit of bonus points. Actually got more points than Jazz Cranston, 1 point more, so that's a bit embarrassing. Also, Bauer got more points than Fastboy because he led 1 lap. Coolio. Jazz Cranston in 7th, Jane Sen in 6th, Winfish Schwock in 5th, Pinkelman 4th, Spin McZoom in 3rd, and Raven Cornwell, of course, the most laps led, with an interval of 0.01, losing to Flowerchild on the very last lap. Cornwell and Flowerchild getting the same amount of points, so there will be no change between them. And let's go to the overall standings. Let's see what changed. So, overall, on the bottom, we have now a single leader, just the last name, in the lead in front of Brian Henderson, Bordell, Scott Matthews, Cheryl Meadow, Kamarek Desu, 1 point ahead of the Avengers. So if the Avenger is gonna lose their final, their last place, it's gonna be on the last final track. So 1 point divides them and Kamarek Desu. That's gonna be an interesting fight as well on the very bottom. Next up, Mecha Spider, Vincent Meadows, Super Bingle, and Chiquito Milka in Group 2. Group 3, we have Fastboy in the lead still. Ababa, Nola, and Jaffa Cake. Most decisions in Group 3 seem to be decided. In Group 2, we might have a bit of a fight there. Vincent Meadow, 8 points down on Mecha Spider, Super Bingle, 5 points down on Vincent Meadow. So that might be a bit of an interesting development there as well. In the top 4, it is pretty decisive. Joseph Peter Pinkelman in 8th, out. Then we have Speed Zoom Zoom, very disappointing. They have been doing so well for most of the season, now in 7th and also out. Jazz Cranston, out as well, 6th. And Winfish Schwock in 5th. Not really getting close, so that last race didn't really help, didn't really do much for them. 50 points down on the 4th place, out. That's 3 Pontiacs getting eliminated there. We had 4 Pontiacs still in running, and now it's only 1 surviving. Raven Cornwell in 4th, making it to the finals, 5 points down on Grodful, who's in 3rd, and Jane Sen 80 points down on the leader, Avengers Flowerchild. Definitely pretty interesting for 2nd. That could maybe still change, but as of right now, if we don't change the rules, the 1st place might be decided. I mean, it's not like changing the rules. We haven't really decided on the final, how we do the final race. So that will be something I'll talk to the finalists, Raven Cornwell, Godful, Jane Sen, and Avengers Flowerchild, and we'll see how that works. So 3 teams, 3 different make of cars, and 3 different nations as well. Who brings home the MIRD Trophy Season 1? You decide. I hope you are excited for the final race, as I am, because I am. Okay, cool. That's race 16 done. Actually, no, I didn't choose the team standings because people care for those. Except it's pretty obvious what happened here. So, Yorkshire Dragons lost Jazz Cranston, so they are going to be in 5th for eternity. Firebrand lost. No one, Godfall still in, so they keeping 4th. Augury Heel also keeping 3rd. Danas now out, so maybe Augury Heel jumping into 2nd there. Like I said, depends on how many bonus points I give. And Team Papega just out of this league. Just they drive their own team. Just